Hey targeted individuals, this is VW again, and I just wanted to do a short video and just show y'all something horrifying. Because I'm always like, hey, defend yourself and God will help you, and that's true, that's all true. Like, faith will get you through this, and in the end it's going to be something good that God wants. But I want to show y'all how much I fail, because I think maybe it'll help y'all to realize how human you are. And so I want to show you my wall of shame. It's a shameful thing. This wall. I throw things at it. I yell at it because I'm yelling at them. They're behind this wall. They're behind the walls of my house and their house. They're shooting microwave hearing, shooting ELF, shooting EMF. And so some mornings I'll get up, and the best thing to do is turn on music that you love and just sing with it, because then you kind of forget about the torture all night long. But I failed a couple of times, and I want y'all to know that this is a ruler I threw at it. This is my feet kicking it barefooted, like scraping off aluminum of it. This is where I punched it up here. I'll show you my fist. It swole up right here. Punched it, and I screamed stuff at them. Like, everything I say I mean, because they're murdering me, but everything I say is also, they can turn it around and make me look like a psychopath. They can make me look like I'm just going off for no reason. And so, they have surveillance equipment. They're surveilling me through this wall, sending microwave hearing, sending ELF, sending EMF. And so they can, if I yell, and this is incredible. I mean, I don't know. Some of these marks, I don't even know what I threw at it. I think I threw like a wine opener. I threw a ruler at it and just yelling and like, you're a murderer. You're a murderer. You're calling me crazy? Because that's the biggest thing they do in the microwave hearing, is they're like, you're crazy. We just need to get him out of here and all these things. And so that's my failure, and I'm working on it. Like, I have a post-traumatic stress counselor, and I'm trying to ignore it, but at the same time, these people, it's a military, ex-military guy with stolen military equipment that's worth like $10,000 or more, and he is handing out weapons to the rest of the neighbors to help him. These ELF weapons and EMF shooters. They're like shooters. They shoot electromagnetic energy. And so it's like a radiation that's invisible. It hurts the crap out of us. But it's invisible, so we can't prove it. We've got to get, the frequency checkers. We've got to, put out popcorn bags against the wall or something like that. Like, we've got to prove this stuff to the police. I'm trying to talk to the military, but since he's ex-military, the military won't deal with it. And so I've got to actually go to the FBI again, because the city police, one city police who came out, told me that if I call them again for that reason, for the reason that my neighbor's doing this, that I would be sent to jail. So, I don't know. I think I can call their lieutenants in the city police department and the sheriff's department and kind of clear that up, tell them what's going on. Because what happened, and I know nobody will believe this, like, he just looked at me like I was crazy, but this guy's surveilling everything I do. And so when I called the city police, they were like, okay, we'll send somebody out. Then an hour and a half went by. It took him an hour and a half to get out here. So this guy surveilled me while I was making the call. He knew what was going on. And he just hid the weapons. He hid the weapons, like, in his house, which is probably easy. They're probably not huge. They're just like speed trap guns and stuff like that, kind of that size. But it made me look like a fool. And this guy was like, has it ever happened before this house? And then I had to tell him the truth that it had. It started in an apartment complex a few blocks away, and they followed me here and got this guy who's ex-military to do it. I mean, it can't be anything but Masons, because they actually have connections to cars who will caravan you and stuff like that. So it must be some kind of, club that I'm not in. I don't know. But this guy, he's militant about it. And look at my Look at my stuff up top. And they still get me. They still, I mean, this stuff does neutralize it. Now, a million infinity times, this stuff works. Aluminum, the neutralizers from Q-Wave, I don't sell them. Like, I don't know, I think some people think that I'm trying to make money by selling this stuff. I don't sell this stuff. I don't sell the Q-Wave, the Altera plugs. Altera plugs are great if you're not dealing with, like, military strength EMF, you know, if you're dealing with just one guy, you know, with one shooter, you know, there's Altera plugs, Altera, Altera. I don't sell these. I don't make money from these products, so I don't know if there was a misunderstanding with some people that I'm making money off of this. You know, I'm gonna try and make money off my channel. Like, I'm gonna monetize it because I feel like that's God kind of giving me a way to help my family. Because I started making these videos just not knowing what was going to happen, and y'all have supported me so much, and I've got so many subscribers that and I can't get back to all of y'all. Some of y'all leave messages, but I can't. It's like so many messages, but I'm trying to get back to all of y'all. But yeah, I mean, and I'll tell y'all like straight up that I'm going to try and monetize the account because, you know, I'm not making money. I'm trying to get Social Security because I'm getting diagnosed with delusional disorder and whatever you get, you know, diagnosed with when you tell people that people are attacking you with electromagnetic weapons, you know. So I'm getting all that, so I have to try for Social Security, which takes forever when I could be working if this guy wasn't attacking me every day. I digress. Like, I always digress. But yeah, I made another video last night, but I don't think I'm going to put it up because it had good information in it about me and the cop and everything. But like somebody texted me in the middle of it, and they were shooting me in the head. They were getting me really bad last night. You know, I stand here, and this is kind of a pathway that the Latino household can hit me in the face because they're on this side. There's aluminum on that wall, but they can kind of get some ELF through. The EMF is gone. Like that's what I'm trying to tell y'all, that these neutralizers, and you know, this is gonna be hard to take. I have 1, 2, 3, 5 tabletop emitters, $500 a piece. So I understand the money thing. But I use my own money to get 4, and my mom helped me get another one because it's my life. I mean, if you use these things, you can really neutralize. You can neutralize the microwave hearing. It neutralizes the ELF. It neutralizes the EMF. The EMF, he can't even get going again because I got 5 neutralizers, the tabletop emitters, on the wall, on his wall. But I mean, it's so expensive. It's outrageous. $300 for a personal protector. I mean, they really work. They'll go out, like the batteries will go out on them, and I'll start feeling burning on the side of my head. Then I charge it up, I put it back on, and it's like it doesn't hit me. I have a field around me. I have a field of solfeggio waves and scalar waves, and it takes a while to build up, but these waves knock that out. They knock out the EMF. They knock out the ELF. The ELF's a little bit harder to knock out because it's powerful and it's strong and it's coming in a beam. It's not a well, I guess it could be a field. You can create a field around, you know, your jaw and your ear. But I didn't make this video about that. I'm making this video just to show you. I mean, show you how much shielding I have. This is where I sleep, and I've showed y'all a couple of times, but I keep building up the aluminum polyester. So now I really can't feel anything that they're shooting remotely because there's one satellite station they have, and I'm not sure if he's moving it around or whatever because he can see me place the tabletop neutralizer. So I don't know about that. Like, it's an unfair fight. He's in the shadows. He's using 3 houses. You know, 3 houses, and there's offices behind me, which who knows if he's using them. I don't know, you know. That he's gone so far out of his way, you know, to do all this wacky, crazy stuff to make me scared, which doesn't. The painful radiation to the brain is all that I really care about. That's my only thing. And this is what it does. They shoot you in the head all night. They get me when I sleep because I'm not moving. Like, I'm moving around now. He can't get a bead on me. He can't get all of his weapons at once and point them at the same way or turn up the frequency to one position. He's doing something like that when I sleep. When I sleep, I think they're all trying to pinpoint a certain spot. He's like, I'll hear, "Are you ready?" And I think the guy across the street, the Latino household, and him, they all point their weapons like at a certain spot to create kind of a circuit. So I think that's what they do when I sleep. That's why, and when I'm prone for a long time, that can last a long time. They can keep doing that, and that does hurt me. I woke up with my arm kind of just like, it felt like somebody had been punching me in the arm all night, and it was hot. But yeah, I just wanted to show y'all my failure, because, I come out and I am religious. I love God. I believe in God, but I'm a human being, and these people have turned me into an animal. When you see this has changed my life. This wall has changed my life. Like, because when I've done this, I've been an animal. Like, I've been turned into an animal. So much pain and so much anger and rage that they're sending in microwave signals calling me crazy while they shoot radiation at me and say it's okay to murder me, and then they call me crazy. I mean, that's the program. That's just what they do to everybody. So you've got to realize that. And you're a human being, though, so it's going to affect you. It's going to affect you. You're going to be like, they're calling me crazy. What? They're shooting microwaves and calling me crazy and bad? They want me out of the neighborhood? What? And then people will join in. Like this guy, he's ex-military. People have lined up. The lady next door to him. The guy across the street is a plumber. He sends in the poison to the yard. He kind of pumps it into the yard. And then the Latino household. I don't want to insult these people anymore. I do. I yell at them. I mean, I call him a Satan worshiper. I don't see how this could be anything but Satan worship, and it's ritualized abuse and watching people naked in their house. It's just bizarre, stalking, weird, evil stuff. So I don't know what else to say. I can't be like, "Oh, you're a good guy and you're killing me off and I'm no harm to anybody, so go ahead, soldier, good mission." It just doesn't work like that, because he's killing me in my house. So yeah, but I don't want to be too negative. I just want to show you my failure, because we all fail sometimes. We're all human, and that's why my post-stress counselor doesn't think it's going on. She thinks that I'm schizophrenic. So when I yell or do anything like that, she's like, "No big loss, it's not a big deal. Just start over, tune out the voices or whatever." And we got some different ways to do it. But it is happening. It is happening. This guy's ex-military. He's got equipment. He keeps turning up the frequency. I think he gets more souped-up weapons to get through it, and I think he uses them all and points them all in the same direction, and that's how it gains so much power to get through some of this aluminum. He's working at it all the time. Like, it's his job. It's terrifying. It's terrifying, because I say that to people, and they'd be like, "You're crazy. That guy, because his car's not even there sometimes. He drives his car away, comes back, and then tortures me all day. So he acts like he has a job, and so if I'm yelling at him when he's shooting me when his car's away, people in the neighborhood think I'm crazy, and then what they do is they tell the people kind of on the outskirts of the incident that I'm crazy, and that they're psychologically screwing with me to get me out of the house, but they leave out the microwave weapon part. Only certain people know about that. The guy compartmentalizes. This is a military operation. He is military operation to kill me or drive me out of the house with microwave weapons that basically burn your insides. Burn your insides. Yeah. And I just think about my mom, my dad with the aneurysm, and I really think they did that to my dad. My family needs me so much, and this guy knows it. He knows my family needs me so much because he's just remote neural monitoring me, so he sees through my eyes. He sees how sick my dad is, and I wonder if he's hitting my dad also to keep him from getting better. I don't understand how evil he is. Like, I really don't. I lose track of that because it's swelling. It's like a swelling, continuous, keeps pushing itself. Keep more people get involved to kill me, like just in this neighborhood. But okay, an important message. I'm getting dark here. An important message that goes along with that is that outside of this bubble of hate, they've created a bubble of hate for me. You know, shooting weapons. They want me to die, or just get out so they can follow me. They follow me every time. But outside of this bubble, even people who have been tasked to caravan you or to follow you in the store, consider them friends. Consider them friends outside of the hate bubble. Consider them friends and win them over. Like I can do that. Like I can smile at somebody who is maybe tasked with following me around or doing something weird around me. I can smile at them like a human, and they stop. It's just like, and I'm not Jesus or anything, but I saw the Passion of the Christ where, everybody's like, kill him, but then they look in his eyes, and they feel ashamed. They feel ashamed, and they feel like they need to help him. And that's what we need to be. We need to be that instead of constant vigilance, paranoid, accusing people of being the enemy, especially your parents. Like, if they don't believe you, they haven't been gotten by the stalkers, probably not. But even if they have, win them back over. Be a good human being. There's a Bible verse with, win them over with good deeds. If they say that you are bad, just keep doing good deeds. And that's this failure. That's this failure here. Because when he first started this, or about a year into it, where it was getting really bad, I watched The Passion of the Christ, and I was really close to Christ. And I'd watch Joel Osteen, and that's where I'd get my power. Like, he would be microwaving me so bad, and I'm so glad that's gone. That was the EMF. But he would turn it up to where it was just a high-pitched sound that stayed there to microwave my brain. And I watched like a Christian channel, Daystar, and Joel Osteen, and I was living on that. And I didn't talk to him. I didn't talk to him at all. I was just like, okay, God's gonna help me, and I just prayed. And now it's like he's gotten me, because I'm like paying attention to him and kicking the wall, and I'm saying, all these horrible things, like he's a Satan worshiper. I really believe it, though. I mean, I guess I could say it nicer or something, but I think he worships Satan. I mean, he's killing people and getting other people to kill with him, so that's the worst thing you can do. I don't see how he could be anything except a nihilism. Like, nihilism is like where you just don't believe in anything, so you can kind of do anything. Like, you just create whatever reality you want, because nobody matters, the world doesn't matter. Nihilism, nothing matters, and that's a Nietzsche type thing. I think, like, there is a truth. I think there's a truth in life. There's a truth in our human hearts. And I try and follow that truth. And I've always told the truth. Through this whole thing, I've always told the truth. And this guy has lied. And I guess that comes from, like, a nihilistic nature. Just not thinking that anything matters. He thinks he can create a reality. I don't want to judge him right now because he's hearing all this. He's going to get mad. I just want to tell y'all about my failure, because I stumble a lot. I stumble and I get lost, and I had $18,000 at the beginning of this in a 401k. So that's how I got 3 personal protectors from Q-Wave, 4 of the tabletop emitters. I had money stored up, so that the 4 tabletop emitters were like $2,000, which is ridiculous, but they're 100 times more powerful than the personal defenders. I'm not selling these products, but I'm telling you, if you're not shielding and you don't have neutralizers, I can't imagine, because what I remember when I didn't shield, when I hadn't shielded anything and I just had the plugs, I remember him shooting the elf waves at me, and it shot across my face, and it actually felt like one of my eyeballs was moving over, like it was shredding through the muscle tissue and pressurizing my whole face. And I just remember that, and like, they hurt me some, they hurt me a little bit with all of this. With all of this, they hurt me a little bit, and this, and then I got to put it here just in case. I'm not sure if the guy next door helps them out with the shooters because he's so far away. He's like, I'll show you. And he's across the street here. Like, seeing he's got a lot of bushes and stuff. So I would doubt that he's involved, but I really just have to shield every part. And it's like the back. I don't think that they have paid for offices or anything like that. I don't know. I don't know. This is a recipe for paranoia. And they use that. The guy's like, oh, he's paranoid, blah, blah, blah. But, he's doing all this stuff that makes you paranoid. So you've got to kind of laugh it off. You got to laugh off that stuff. Sometimes I talk about what they're doing to me, and it sounds so crazy that I'm like, I don't want to put this on YouTube. I'm going to look like a crazy guy. And that's the whole point of what they do. They do crazy, bizarre stuff, and then when you tell somebody, they're like, that nobody would do that. Why would they do that? And so I put this, it's thin, it's like two things, 2 thermal blankets, and then 2 10-foot corrugated steel pieces. And this is aluminum polyester is very good. I think one family that was being attacked said that the red blankets, the heavy-duty thermal blankets, if you put them over you, if you don't have a lot of money, they're like $20. And if you put them over you when you sleep, you should be pretty much safe from everything. And it's all about that. That's what I care about. Like, when I make these videos, and like, I'll be totally honest, I want to help y'all find a way to feel less pain. Because the thing is, when they've got your head microwaved, and they've got your dopamine up, and you're paranoid, and they're shooting you with all this stuff all over your body, you can't react right. You can't react right, and you can't think, and you can't fight them. You can't fight them, and you can't connect with God and just be calm, if they're hitting you all the time. So it's like you have to find a way to either get away from their shooters, like, especially if you don't have the problem of being hit remotely, if they're just shooting you in your house, get away from that a lot. Just get away, go to a park, or go running, or go to a movie. 3D movies, if you have a problem with remote neural monitoring, and I think I've told everybody this, but if you have a problem with microwave hearing, remote neural monitoring, ELF, stuff like that, EMF, that they can remotely hit you with, 3D movies have been spectacular for me. It blocks out all that stuff, because all your senses are in the movie, and the sounds, like, they make the sounds a little bit louder and stuff like that. So that's one good way. It's expensive too. So it's like a lot of the things that I say to do are very expensive. These tabletop emitters are $500. Like, that is like taking a big risk. And I want to tell y'all, like, I am not lying. They work very, very good. Even if you just had one, it's going to take. I mean, I have people all around me, and they all have ground shooters. And then I've got the military guy, and he's just been kind of gathering his arsenal, and making it bigger. And I've been trying to defend, and then he'll do something to get through. That's a mystery. I have no idea. Like, right now, with all the aluminum I have painted, and all the aluminum polyester and stuff like that, that's a mystery to me, how he gets that signal strong enough. I mean, that's scary. That's scary, because that is not just a frequency traveling. That is military grade radiation. That's military grade radiation that's ripping through aluminum, that's so powerful. It just goes through, Now, I don't have that problem right now. I'm not going to go into specifics of, like, I did this and it's working or it's not working, or I hear this or I don't hear that. I'm not going to do that anymore, probably, because he is looking at me through my phone camera. He sees everything I do, looks at my texts. He has my computer up on his stuff. So he's got everything, every device I have, probably besides my TV, he's hooked into. And I know that's, dude, you say this stuff, and you're like, no way can I put this on the internet. This is so paranoid. But it's just 100% true. Like, the way that things happen, you're just like, yep, he's hooked into that now. He's hooked into that. But yeah, I just wanted to show y'all my failure, because I mean, I'm a really strong dude. I had Crohn's disease. I had a foot of colon taken out of me. I had to wear a colostomy bag for like months. I've been through tons of weird stuff, tons of weird pain, and it's just like, we're human. You know, God knows that too. So I'm gonna give this wall up to God, I guess, because I mean, that's not me. This isn't me. That's somebody else. It's an animal. I feel like I love Wolverine. I love the character of Wolverine. He's like in my top 5, I guess. You know, I like Spider-Man probably first, then Wolverine. I don't know, it's hard. Maybe Iron Man, Superman, Batman first. I don't know, but I love Wolverine, and I look at that, and then I think about, you know, the movie where, you know, he goes crazy after he gets his adamantium, and he's just, you know, clawing the walls and stuff like that. He's just a crazy beast. That's kind of what I felt like, you know. And I really do, like, I mean, I think part of it is they shoot the microwaves at your head, so you do have, your brain tissue does expand, your, the lining, the blood-brain barrier is thinned, so that's very dangerous. That's why, that's what causes aneurysms, and that's kind of why I am very suspicious about my dad, his condition. Scared about it. I'm scared about it because he's getting better, but mentally he's not getting better, and he's complaining about pains in his body and stuff like that, and I'm very, very, very suspicious because these guys, they play so dirty, and they murder people. I mean, they murder people. So I don't know how to say that they murder people. You say this stuff. I say this stuff in the car, and it's just like, he's saying he wants me out of this neighborhood. He's a murderer. he's an ex-military guy. He's got stolen military equipment. He's murdering me, and he's getting neighbors and convincing them to also participate in the murder. And because he's ex-military, he gets that respect, and they follow him to murder. It's insane. It's insane. And no one will help me. I'm like alone, you know. My mom my mom has helped me a lot. She's given me money for stuff. This my psychiatrist, my social worker, or I guess, you know, post-traumatic stress counselor. They're great. They're great. They're great. And I love them so much. They don't believe me. And so that kind of makes it hard to help somebody when you don't believe them. And it's hard to get to the root of the problem when nobody thinks it exists. So that's one of my that's also one of my goals. I want to let y'all know just who I am and what I want to do with this, because like, I'm not a great public speaker, but when I get on camera I can do it, you know. I love superheroes. I love superheroes and supervillains. I'm really into that. I've lost, like, I had a great friend, Frank, and I haven't talked to him in months, in probably half a year. And the last thing I said to him was like, I'm sorry I haven't talked to you in a while. I have this situation going on, and I told him about it, and that was the last time I talked to him. So I've lost a lot, and you know, my mom kind of thinks I'm crazy. You know, my dad can't help me anymore. He was the one who helped me. He was the one who listened to it, and he was okay. He was like, come to me if you need to talk, and I'll talk to you about it. You know, he would come over to the house and check on me. But now he's like, I mean, he's good. His body's good, but it's like an aneurysm, you know, on the side of his head, and he's different. He's different. He communicates differently. But we're trying to get him into a place where, you know, his mental stuff can be practiced. But I'm reading this book on traumatic brain injuries, Mindstorms, the complete guide for families living with traumatic brain injuries. And get it. If I mean, my mom finds the best stuff, the best books and stuff, and I'm trying to just learn about it. How he's changed. Like, he's changed, his personality's kind of changed. He's a little bit more obsessive compulsive. That's It's just hard. It's hard because he was a totally different person. He was an independent person. He always knew everything. He always had he always could say the right thing to just bring everything together and make you kind of pick yourself up again. Like, if you like, I would talk about this crazy stuff that's going on with me, and he would always say, like, exactly what I needed to hear. He'd say exactly what I needed to hear to be strong. I don't know if he's ever gonna be like. I mean, he's my dad, so he's the same. I wouldn't have that wall. I wouldn't have that wall. I wouldn't have that wall there. I wouldn't have that wall there if he was still like he was. I just love him so much. I love my family so much. And this sunk us. It's killing my mom. It's killing my mom. She has so much on her back with work and everything. It's just, I watch my dog in convulsions because of it, and then it's like I asked my brother for some money to get a tabletop defender, and he doesn't believe. I mean, I love the guy. I love him as a brother, but it's hard. It's hard because he's just like, he knows what it's for now, and he's like, nope, I have this and this, and he's decided that this doesn't exist, and he's not going to help me with it. When this guy is fucking, trying to murder me every night, it gets hard. It gets hard. You feel alone. My dad he was the one I went to him all the time. He didn't care. He was like, whatever you want to talk about. It's like, whatever. Just come to me. Don't come to your mom. I can't even talk to him. I mean, I talk to him. I just can't talk to him about this. Because he's got a hard road ahead of him. He's got an impossible road. I don't know. I just wanted to show y'all, the wall of shame. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not going to live in shame. I mean, this guy can kill me with microwaves or whatever, but I'm going to stand tall. I'm going to be a human being. They turn me into an animal. Or I yell. I've never yelled like this. And I think they shoot microwaves and that has some effect, but I think they can kind of fuck with your emotions. I think they have remote neural monitoring where they can make you feel anxious, or they can make you feel psychotic, they can make you feel angry, they can just fuck with you, One funny thing, watched X-Men. I've seen X-Men like 3 times because I didn't like it, so I was seeing it over just to, I saw it twice in 3D, and then I went to see it regularly because I wanted to like it, I wanted to be able to eventually like it. I did, I do. I see it. It's very, it's like Spider-Man has one focus, and I love that, how it's one focus throughout the movie. But X-Men is like a lot of characters, a lot of different places, and they're in different times. So it's kind of, it's all kind of separate. It doesn't really come together awesome. I mean, it does. It is. It's a good movie. It's a great movie. The actors are great. But, but I saw that, and then there's this part where Xavier, as a young man, puts on the Cerebro helmet, and then you see the little buttons and the levels of everything, and it says ELF. It has ELF, and it's got the hand is going forward. It's like he's turning up the ELF. It had ELF and EHF, so extremely low frequency and extremely high frequency. And I thought that was very funny how they put that there, you know, because this guy is using ELF to microwave my head and to assist in the remote neural monitoring. They're using ELF waves. So I found that very, very intriguing. Yeah, it's kind of like the guy who put the Sandy Hook thing on the map in Batman, in the last Batman. You know, he was a prop master, and he knew about Sandy Hook before it happened, and so he put Sandy Hook on the map in the Batman movie. I think it's kind of like that. I think they let out these little things about what's really going on in society in these movies. I mean, just a little bit. They don't make the movie around it, but you'll see something like that. ELF. The ELF was raising the EHF, extremely high frequency, which I guess you could call the EMF. You could call that the high pitched emitters. That's pretty much all. I just want to say hey to you guys, check in. I did a video last night, you know, just checking in, but my jaw was hurting and they were really getting me, so I was like real nervous, and I was, you know, I forgot what I was talking about a lot, so I don't think I'm going to post that. I cried in this. I never cry. I can't cry on camera. Like, I can never cry on camera. But my dad is just, it's like, I don't understand this guy who's attacking me because he sees me. I'm the one. Like, my brother and my mom work, and I don't work. I do the YouTube thing. You know, I'm trying to help my mom. Like, I'll write grants and stuff like that for cancer patients for getting money. And I'm very successful with that. I'm a good writer, and I'm writing my book and stuff like that. But I don't have a cash flow coming in, so you know, I'm the one who goes and stays with my dad from like 2 or 3 in the afternoon to when he goes to bed at like 10. And I do that, you know, most time, 4 days out of 5, and then we bring him home on the weekend. But 4 days out of 5, you know, I'll be at the nursing home, and it's like they get me there really bad. He uses that. It's like the guy who's attacking me. He knows that I'm at the nursing home, and I'm not in my enclosure, and I don't have my neutralizers here. But the neutralizers work for the remote stuff, and that's why I have the theory that they input ELF and input EMF on the ground to a satellite or a cell tower or whatever can do it remotely. But whatever, I'm not talking about that, but it's just like they really use that at the nursing home. He shoots radiation into the nursing home where I'm at, everywhere I'm at. You know, if I'm sitting there with my dad, or if we go to eat dinner, you know, and it's become with the neutralizers, and that's the thing, man. This is the rub. They're $500 a piece. I've got 5 of them, and I am so relaxed. Like, I'm able. Like, the last 2 weeks have been just like, he had pressure on my head so bad that I couldn't stand up. Like, he has some kind of weapon that. And I think he has other weapons that I don't know about. Like, I'm saying the ELF and the EMF, but he has something that I think he shoots that gives you vertigo. So it's like he's got a lot of stuff in his little sack of toys. But right now I don't even know if I should say this, you know, because it's like if he knows right now that I'm calm and, you know, I'm not hearing anything, I'm not hearing the microwave hearing, you know, he might turn it up. You know, because he's militant about the torture and the murder. I just, that's, but I talk about my dad, and I'm so sad about my dad because that's the kind of stuff that happens in war. That's the kind of stuff that happens when people fool around with this kind of technology. That's the kind of stuff, and this guy knows it. He knows that something bad could happen, that somebody's brain could get damaged, that, you know, somebody's muscles could give out, or their heart, I could have a heart attack. They shoot me in the chest. He's like, kill him, shoot him in the chest. And they shoot me in the chest a bunch, and my heart could just give out. He knows that. He's going for that. He's going for that. So I think about my dad, and I'm like, did they do this or didn't they do it? And everybody told me they didn't do it because they don't believe this is happening. But if you believe this is happening, and happening to me like a lot, I have doubts. And that's scary to me because that was his life. I mean, that's his life. His life has changed so drastically. He's gonna have to relearn, basic stuff, and he's gonna have to like relearn how to, do his business. But it'll come. And God will, and see, that's the thing. Right now, I have the neutralizers there. God's helped me with this. I've really got to pee though, so I'm gonna have to end this video. But God does provide. God does provide, and the best advice I can give you before I sign off: don't do this. Don't do this. Don't let them turn you into an animal. Don't be an animal. If you're in pain, drive away. Drive away, or listen to music, or just go to sleep if you can get comfortable in your sleep. Do something else. Watch a DVD and turn up the volume on it. I find that if I find something on the internet where they're talking a lot, it's like a bunch of people talking together. I feel like that really zones out the microwave hearing. But just be strong. Be strong. Do what you got to do. And if you have questions about like stuff that you can get to protect you, I don't sell anything. Like, I don't make any money off of it. I'm going to try and maybe make money off my channel, but I don't make money from aluminum polyester or the Altera plugs or anything like that. So I'm not making money off of it. They may advertise on my site, but so I guess that would tie us in together. But it blocks it. It's expensive, but it blocks it. And I hate that it's so expensive, because that makes it seem like, oh, well, they're profiting off of people who, are being tortured and hurt. Like, Q-Wave itself could be said to be profiting off of people who are tortured and hurt. But they have a product that can, save our lives, basically. Alright, I'm going to sign off. I'll do another video shortly. I have another video, but I don't think I'm going to put it up, because it was just like, I was, scatterbrained. I know I'm scatterbrained even now, but I was like talking, and I'd forget something, I'd start talking about something else, then I'd come back to it, and I was just, I wasn't there, But I love you guys. God bless you. Do good deeds. Do good deeds to show you're a good person. Love everybody outside of the circle of hate. And just try and get love back in your life. Love and confidence, because this is just a program. Like, this is a program that some nasty people thought up, and it doesn't really mean anything. It's just trying to murder for murder's sake. I'm sure of that. That's one thing I'm 1,000,000% sure of. Alright, take it easy, guys. I love y'all. I hope you're safe and comfortable where you're at. Like, I pray for that. And I'm just going to say a little prayer for us all. God, just protect us. Protect us from anybody who wants to do us harm. And let us know the people who will love us and help us no matter what. Lead us to those people. Lead us to things that, we can do to shield ourselves and defend ourselves, no matter how much money we have. Get our creativity going, and so we can block out some of the pain and live our lives and get our lives back. Just help everybody be strong as possible. Be diamond, be diamond hard in this, but don't lose your compassion for people. Don't lose your love for people. Help everybody with this, Lord. Because it's really hard. You get paranoid, and then it's like people just respond to that automatically, and they're not in on it. So just, please help our minds, help our hearts, help us heal. Help us just heal and be whole and feel whole, even though this is happening around us. Help us get to a safe place if we can get away from it. Help us to get to a safe place if we can't leave, if we can't get away from it. God, just shower down your mercy. You're a merciful God, and imbue everybody with the Holy Spirit, that's listening to this, or whatever their religion is, with the spirit of their religion, and guide us with the Holy Spirit in your name, in Jesus Christ's name. Scatter these bad guys who want to murder. Just scatter them to the winds. Do help us. We need you now. We need your help now. And I just want to say that prayer in thanksgiving for all that you've given me and all that you've helped me. It really has, your help has helped me to actually live. And I've lived through some of these days and not just survived. And that's important, to have hope and life. Not just hope, but have life and live it. I love you, God. I want to just connect you to everybody who's listening to this, every targeted individual. I want you just to connect with God right now. Ask the Holy Spirit to come inside of you. If you're another religion, just ask the spirit of that religion to come inside of you. In Jesus Christ's name, by your blood, protect all of us. Protect all these people who are targeted individuals in their neighborhood. Protect them and make them feel loved, because they're loved by other people. Y'all are my team. And amen. Amen. And y'all are my team. Y'all are my people. So these guys in the neighborhood, they're a group of people who are, trying to do a single objective, which has really hurt me. I feel like out there, you guys are my people. And I have people here, I have friends, but I gotta reconnect. I gotta reconnect because of this. This is what I'm scared of. It's like I can't ask a girl on a date and then show them that. So I'm trying to get past that. If I had 5 more neutralizers, or maybe even just 2 more neutralizers, I could get rid of that, I think. I think I could really get rid of it. But I don't know. I'm going to try some stuff. This stuff is expensive, The tinfoil's not. And the thing is, like I tell people, if they don't have money, the easiest thing, get a big piece of cardboard like this and just wrap it with tinfoil on both sides and just put it around where you sleep or put it on top of you. Just do things that don't cost a lot of money, because that's what I started with. I started with kind of scrounging with corrugated steel, mirrors. Mirrors are great to block this stuff. But at first, I was just doing, cardboard with aluminum foil around it. Mirrors, stuff like that you can just do easily. Or go to Home Depot, find something with aluminum in it that can maybe, make a roof or something. But alright, guys, I love you. I hope you're doing good. I'm saying a prayer for you every day. Say a prayer for me. Things are going pretty good now. I worry about my dad a lot, but things here have calmed down. I think God has given me a gift of peace in my house so that I can help my dad, that I can be there. It'll happen. God will make it happen. It'll kind of twist and turn and go another way, but eventually God will put it into place where it's supposed to be. Everything. Love you guys. Please comment. If you have a problem with me, comment. With my whole thing, I just want to let y'all know what my motives for making these videos are, who I am. I'm a targeted individual who's been really hurt, tortured for 4 years in different places, in 3 different places. And they followed me, and they've had remote satellite set up at times when I didn't even know that, So I've been dragged across this even when I didn't know about it. But I really gotta pee. I love you guys. More videos to come. Stay strong. Look to the spirit inside of you and ask it what you need to do to survive. I hope you're not in pain. I hope nobody's in pain right now from being attacked. I love you. Good night. VW out. Live long and prosper, guys. Live long and prosper. Okay?